Hi everyone, welcome to DIY with Nancy. Well, today I'm going to share an Italian dessert that I love to make here at home called Pistachio Panna Cotta. Now, panna cotta essentially means in Italian, cooked cream. It's simple to make. It's such a refreshing, delicious dessert, and I'm going to show you how to make it step by step. So stay with me and let's get to baking. To make my recipe of pistachio panna cotta, you'll need 3 sheets of unflavored gelatin and 300 milliliters of cold water, 1 cup of heavy cream, 1 cup of whole milk, 100 grams of pistachio cream, and 4 tablespoons of granulated sugar. And these are the ingredients you'll need to make this recipe. I'll also list the ingredients in the description box down below. Now for the first step, I'm going to start preparing the gelatin. I have 3 sheets of unflavored gelatin. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to start off by placing cold water in a bowl here. Just enough to cover the gelatin. And then I'm just going to cut the sheets in half so it can fit inside the bowl here. So I have, there's 3 sheets. We're gonna leave them in the cold water for about 10 minutes or so. So while I'm preparing the cream for the panna cotta over at the stove, I'm having the gelatin, you'll see it'll become very jello-y, and then you wanna squeeze the water out of the gelatin before you add it onto the cream. So I'm gonna leave the gelatin here and move on to the next step. For the next step, in a medium-sized saucepan, I'm going to start off by adding 1 cup of milk. I'll pour it in. And this is full fat milk. And then I'm adding 1 cup of heavy cream. You can also use whipping cream, and you can also use 18% cream. Pour it in. Next, I'm going to add the 4 tablespoons of sugar. Now I'm going to place the heat on a low to medium heat, and all I want to happen here is I want it to warm up. I don't want it boiling over. I don't want any bubbles. I just want it to warm up. Once I feel that the sugar is dissolved, at that point what I do is I add the pistachio cream. Make sure it's completely dissolved. I'm going to add the 100 grams of pistachio cream. So I'm going to place it all in. Smells so good. I love pistachio. I want to make sure it's all in there. Now you can make your own pistachio cream at home. Takes a little time, and it's probably even a little more inexpensive to buy the pistachios that are unsalted and roasted. So what I do is just place it in a blender or a food processor, and you just blend it for about 10-12 minutes and it becomes a cream. So that's another way of doing it. So I just took the easy way out and bought some pistachio cream, and you're just going to continue mixing the you want to make sure that the pistachio cream is dissolved. So I just want to make sure it's all in there. Now the stove is on a low to medium heat. I just want this warm. I want the pistachio cream completely dissolved. Now I'm mixing it here. I can smell the pistachio in the cream and the milk. Now you want this about 85 degrees. If you have a thermometer, you can, just place the thermometer in there. So I'm going to keep mixing until the pistachio cream is completely dissolved. Now I still have it on a low heat, and the sugar and the pistachio cream has dissolved in the milk and the heavy cream. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the gelatin that I've placed in the cold water and bring it over here, add it to the mixture, and that's it. Our panna cotta is pretty much done. Now, once it's at a warm temperature, I'm gonna add the gelatin. Now, I want you to see the gelatin. So basically, here it is. So you're basically going to do is you're going to squeeze the gelatin, squeeze the water out of the gelatin. Just place it over here. I'm just going to really squeeze the water out of the gelatin. And then I'm going to add it to this here. And I'm going to mix it until it dissolves. And I want to just mix that in until the gelatin dissolves. At this point, I'm going to turn off the heat. And now I'm going to move this on to the counter and I'll show you the next step. Now for the next step, once your mixture is done, which is the cream, the pistachio cream, the sugar, the milk, once that's all done, you're going to move it over to your counter and you're going to run the mixture through a sifter. And that's what I like to do. I'm going to place it in there's a measuring cup under here with a spout. It's going to be easier to pour the liquid. And I'm just going to mix that one more time. And I'm going to slowly pour the liquid in the sifter here. Make sure I get it in. And now what I like to do is just run my spatula through the sifter here, because that pistachio cream is where all the flavor is. And all I'm going to do is underneath. See all that pistachio there? That's the flavor. I'm going to keep it in there. Now, once you have the pistachio cream ready to go, you're ready to pour it into your individual cups or ramekins, whatever you decide. Here I have a few things, and this is everything I've used to place the pistachio panna cotta cream. So I have some ramekins, which obviously once we pour it into the ramekins or the cup or whatever you decide to pour it in, you're going to have to place it in the refrigerator for at least 4 to 6 hours. Generally, I like to place this in the refrigerator overnight, or I'll make it in the morning and then serve it in the late evening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it into, and what I have here, let me show you. I have ramekins you can pour it in, okay? I also have a wine glass that you can pour it in, and when you pour it in the glass, just a quarter of the glass is good enough. And then I also have a silicone cupcake liner here that you can also place your panna cotta in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first I'm going to start off by pouring it into the wine glass here. Like I said, just a quarter of the way is good enough. And then I'm going to place it in the cupcake liner, silicone cupcake liner. And you can fill that all the way. And then I'm going to place it in the ramekins. And I'm just showing you here that you can use anything you'd like to pour the panna cotta cream in. Okay, so I can make one more. Now we're ready to place it in the refrigerator to set. Like I said, minimum 4 to 6 hours. You want to make sure this sets completely, and then I'll show you what it looks like when you're ready to serve it. All right, everyone. After 4 hours, I removed my pistachio panna cotta from the refrigerator. It's set. I know that. It's nice and jiggly. It's nice and firm. And earlier, I filled some ramekins, a wine glass, as well as a silicone muffin form, which is a sort of miniature panna cotta, pistachio panna cotta. And I'm going to show you how I place or how I present it or serve my guests. So my husband's favorite is to have it in a wine glass. And I've just filled it about a quarter full, not even halfway. Can you see that? And what I do is I just place some pistachios, break up some pistachios, place it inside, and he loves it just like that. Now, this is such a cool and refreshing dessert. Now, I'm going to show you how I unform or deform the ramekin as well as the silicone mini form here, which is a cupcake form. easy to do. And you can do them really in anything, but if you want to present it nicely, that's totally up to you. So I'm just going to show you a few ways. So let me show you what I have here. I have, and this is optional, I have about a teaspoon of pistachio paste. And I also have about 2 tablespoons of pistachios that are roasted but unsalted. And I also have here some warm water that I'm gonna need to remove the pistachio panna cotta from the ramekin as well as the silicone muffin form. Now, how I'm going to remove the pistachio panna cotta from the silicone muffin form, I'm going to place it in, I have a bowl here with some warm water, and I'm gonna just place it in there 5-6 seconds. Just move it around. All right, that should do it. Now I'm gonna remove it. And in a plate here, what I'm gonna do is just gently, with a little spoon or a knife, or whatever you have, I'm just gonna press it down on the edges very gently. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna flip it onto the plate, just like that. And I'm going to gently, the top of the silicone form, let me move this away here so you can see. Just from the top, I'm going to gently release it and just lift. Just wanna make sure it's loose. And there we have it. Look at that. That jiggle is important. You know it's set and it looks perfect. The pistachio panna cotta. Now, just to garnish it, I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do that, but I want you to see how I also do the ramekin. Same concept. I'm gonna get a plate. And I'm just going to loosen the edges of the panna cotta. Now, how I like to present the pistachio panna cotta, you could place anything on here. You can place chocolate, you can place some side whipped cream if you want. Totally up to you. For me, I mean, I like my guests to know that this is pistachio panna cotta. There's a very light green color, and as you can see, there is no food coloring. This is all natural. And what I'm going to do here is just to place the pistachios, which are roasted, unsalted, in a Ziploc bag here. I'm gonna seal it, take the air out of it. And I'm just going to give it a little tap, break it into little pieces. There we are. And what I'm going to do is, using a little bit of the pistachio paste, I'm going to just take a spatula, just take a little bit here. You don't need a lot, just a little. And I'm just going to do this. A little bit on this side if you want. You don't have to do this, it's totally optional. Same with the mini one here. And now all I'm gonna do here is take some of the pistachios and just drizzle it all the way around and right on top, just like that. And there we have it. There's a mini version of a pistachio panna cotta and a larger version. This is such a decadent dessert, delicious, divine, easy to make, and oh my gosh, so delicious. And I hope you give this recipe a try. And there you have it, everyone. That's my recipe for my pistachio panna cotta. Look at this. Look how jiggly it is. That's how panna cotta should look. And it's not very firm. It's got this really light texture to it when you bite into it, which I'm gonna do right now because I can't wait anymore. And of course, I gotta just take a little piece here, slide it through the pistachio cream, get some pistachios. Oh, wow. Sorry, I can't talk right now. Oh, wow. It's light and it has some richness to it due to the pistachio cream, but literally 4 bites and this is gone. The presentation, that's totally up to you. Like I said, you can place it in a wine glass. You can flip it over and do what I did here. You want to add some extra pistachios, totally up to you. I just add the pistachios because I love the pistachio in itself. I love the nut. And the presentation looks great. And as you can see, this is a very easy panna cotta recipe. I hope you all enjoyed my pistachio panna cotta recipe and how I made it. And if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care.